What is happening, sports fans? Saturday, August 4th. Welcome to the DFS 5-pack. It's your main man, Matt. Doing it solo today. My partner, Ryan, is taking a much-needed day to take care of his own stuff. So, as I was saying, I wanted to get on here bright and early and talk to you guys a little bit about this main MLB slate tonight. So, we're not going to cover the 2-game early slate. We're going to focus all our attention on the night slate, the 12-gamer. So, like I said, wanted to get on here early and just run through the 5-pack. So let me screen share this. All righty. Interesting slate on our hands tonight in the sense that there's a bunch of different ways to go. DK is still doing us no favors in terms of how they're pricing guys out. It is hard to construct a roster, using one of the top pitchers. That's just what it is. You can't even think about using 2 of these guys because it's impossible to create a roster that way. Using one of them makes it really hard. Like if you pair Paxton and the guy I have up here, Edwin Jackson, you have about 3,900 per player. It's tough to do on this slate. So speaking of Edwin Jackson, a guy I think you can use either with a guy up top or with another mid-tier guy, and that's going to be my man Ejax from Oakland. Now, I'm not a known Ejax fan. There have been times this year where I've tried to stack against him, but it hasn't really worked. He's been pretty good this year. Obviously, he wasn't great in that start at Texas, but who's been good at Texas recently? Struggled a little bit at San Francisco and, wasn't great at Cleveland a week after he had just faced them. But he had been really good in his couple of starts before then. One against Cleveland, one at this same Detroit team. And he's passed the eye test to me. He looks good. On a slate, like I mentioned, where we need value and we're not able to spend up on 2 pitchers, we're going to need to find some value somewhere. The matchup's right here. The ballpark's right. The price is right. Do I love Edwin Jackson? No. But he allows us to roster other players that we do love. I think he makes a lot of sense here. Considering how guys are priced up, Ejax is very fairly priced at 6'4". And I got a lot of interest in both formats. All righty. So I like Paxton a lot tonight. If I could roster any pitcher, salary not a thing, it would be James Paxton. But I think a guy to look at as a one-off is going to be Russell Martin. Now, I looked at him last night. I'd been kind of eyeing him for a while because he's really starting to get going. We know he's a much better hitter than this 196 average indicates, and he's really starting to show it recently. Took Marco Gonzalez deep yesterday. Home runs in back-to-back games. Has 21 in 3 out of his last 5. Really nice stretch for Martin right now. I will not pick on James Paxton with Blue Jays, but at 3-1, like I mentioned, how this slate is priced out, he makes a lot of sense as a GPP one-off for my eyes. All righty. So going right back to this Oakland game, the A's are a team I want exposure to here. I like the late-night A's hammer sack. After it was a 1-0 game last night, I think people kind of lose interest in this game a little bit. I like Edwin Jackson. I like some Oakland bats, and an Oakland bat I like a lot is going to be Matt Olson. Really priced fairly for who he is. Starting to swing the bat a little bit better now. 4 straight games with a double. No Ks, 2 walks yesterday. Great signs for me. The breakout game's coming. I like Matt Olson a ton here, especially at 4.2K. All right, so a guy I'd be remiss not to talk about that's going to be really hard to fit in is going to be Rougned Odor. So might have eclipsed Matt Carpenter as the hottest hitter in baseball right now. Not sure about that because Carpenter also went deep last night. But Odor is on some kind of streak right now. This guy is not a guy who walks a lot. I heard that he took 4% of his career walks last night. I'm not sure if I believe that, but that's insane. Not striking out right now, hitting the ball with power. We know he's got great power speed combo. It's tough to pay over 5K for Rougned Odor, but the people who did it last night are laughing in our faces. So elite GPP play. It's really hard to get up there, but if you spend down at both pitching options, I think he makes for a top play. Another guy I like a ton tonight, especially in tournaments, is going to be Nelson Cruz. So on a nice little heater right now. I know he had an 0-for-4 game last night, but that's coming on the heels of 3 homers in the 2 games prior. He's got really nice numbers off of Estrada, 6 for 13, 2 bombs, no strikeouts. People are going to be off him after he let down last night going up against a lefty. I like this matchup perhaps even more because Estrada's just not as good as Baraki, and Cruz has had a lot of success against righties, especially guys like Estrada. I love Cruz here. He's going to be a guy I rock in tournaments. So I'm going to try to have as much exposure as I can get, and that's where I'm sitting as of now, guys. So again, it's early. It's not even 9:45 a.m. Eastern, but got stuff to do later tonight. So wanted to get the video out to you guys, and thanks a lot. Have a great day.